Hello shape enthusiasts, and welcome back to another episode in our 1000% hard factory series. Last episode we made a bunch of spaghetti for an effort to push to the end of the game. We have only a few tasks to do. I've let my game run for maybe an hour between the last episode and this, and it's finished off these two tasks. However, these two tasks aren't really kicked off. But we can first clean up these tasks so we can get a bit of CPU power back, and we'll figure out how to deal with the rest after that. So this task looks like it's just being done in a completely random area in isolation, so it can just go bye-bye. Now this task, what is this thing? Staging 4. Okay, I don't think I need staging areas anymore. Will they be helpful in making this shape? Absolutely not. So in fact, we can actually just remove staging areas. I want to get rid of all the colors that aren't being used as well. Yeah, but let's remove these staging areas. I might regret that decision in a moment. I don't know why I would need a staging area anymore. So let's get rid of that. All right, let's delete off staging 4. Where is staging 4? It's a sword icon. Delete that. We can delete that. Then we can unlock this shape. And we can go and remove this area. I don't think I need staging 3 either anymore. Unless I want to use it. I might use staging 3 to help with this shape if necessary. I don't think I will, because I'm not going to rebuild more factories for this. Only 120k shapes. We need to focus on a milestone shape. So I won't remove staging 3, but I will just clean it up a little bit to free up some compute. Get rid of the factory parts. Okay, that'll do for now. Next, that's it. Now we need to check on the mess that we made last episode and figure out why these tasks aren't doing anything. So we've got this task, which is done in staging 1. What is happening? Yeah, we did it. We did it last time, but apparently we've done something weird and incorrectly, and it's coming up with this mess. What is that? What the heck? Yeah, we needed to add the white in. Let's figure out what the heck's going on. So yes, white is being added in everywhere except where I want it to be added in. Why? Let's have a look at the shape that's coming in. The shape that's coming in is correct, but that's not going to add white onto... Wait, I'm adding the white in the wrong stage of the shape, you silly. You have to add white... What? You have to add white after you stack the next bit onto it. Yeah, whoops. Added the right white onto the wrong area. Let's cut this out. Let's put this back to here. Then we're meant to add the white after this section before this section. Whoops. This is where we're meant to do the white adding. My bad. Something like that. That was silly, wasn't it? Then that goes in here and that goes in here. And the white goes in here. Great. That should have fixed that. Now this other side's white is looking reasonably correct, except... Oh no, this is not going to be as easy as I thought, because there's an underneath layer. So if you crystal white here, it's going to completely fill the bottom half too. Okay, I see what's happening. It is possible to make the shape the way I am doing it, but I need to make a couple of modifications. To get this the pins underneath here, what we need to do is pin this up last. So we've got to make this as a 3-layer shape, and then we pin it up, and then we swap it together. Also, I just realized I can't just bring the crystal out like this, can I? Because that middle layer is going to get cut in half, and then all these joined crystals are going to get destroyed. When you cut this in half like this, that middle layer is going to be gone. So I actually need the white here not to be connected. So I need something like a mold on this side as well. So let's figure out how we can do that. Basically, we just need to stack another thing onto here. So it's a little bit complicated. Let me make those changes and then we'll see how we go. So after it becomes red, before we cut it in half, we need to then put the white layer on it. Yeah, so it goes yellow, red, and then white. So let me remove what I've done here. All right, so we need to change the process a little bit, unfortunately. Let me just clear some work area. But basically, after it goes through yellow crystal making and then stacks a shape, then it goes through red crystal making, I basically need to not half destroy it first. I need to stack another shape first. So I need another one of these molds. Doesn't really matter what shape I use. I can just use star again since we have star. So we can just bring this over. We'll give it the same cutty treatment. Then we will bring that over and that over. Then we need to stack this onto here. So whatever's happening here needs to happen again. And I think this shape needs to come in to stack with this, and this shape needs to come in to stack with that. Is that right? No, that's not right. These two shapes need to go in here and here, and these two shapes need to go here and here. All right, what am I doing? Something like this and this. And is this top and bottom? This needs to be the bottom. Yep. And then this shape needs to be the top. Now I have the mold for one half of it. I need to get this out. And then with this stacked shape, now I can add the white crystals. Yes. So then I need this. Right? I think that's right. I'm still not 100% sure. These crystal tricks are not easy. So that's fine. I believe that should give me the right shape. When it's going to take a while for that to travel, but essentially what's happening is basically it's the same process as what's happening here. So we've got this single shape. Yeah, so we start with this single shape and then we add a yellow crystal to it, which will give us a single shape and a yellow crystal, right? Yeah, on one layer, great. Then to that, we add on a second layer of this shape, like the mold part. And then we add the red crystal. Then we add on another mold part. And then we add the white crystal. Then you'll have your 3-layer crystals, to which we can then add on the final top layer. We don't even have to really worry about the top layer. Oh yeah, we do. We've got to do it all in halves. So where is my final top layer? My final top layer is getting stacked over here. So to that, we then need to add to the final top layer, right? There. That should now give the correct shape. Let me put some bins in. Do I need to put some bins in? Not really. I can just get it to flush itself out by connecting it back up here while we work on the other side. So the other side's shape is going to be, we have to treat this like a 3-layer shape. And then once we have the 3-layer shape, we can pin it up at the end. We have to change the order of operations completely. So let's figure out how that's being made. So at the moment, where is this half being made? How is this crystal being made at the moment? It's being made with a random mold and then it's being cut and rotated. So we need to retain the random mold, not pin it up. Then we have our half crystal shape, right? Then with that half crystal shape, we need to now add on another mold and put white in. So we need to like cut some of these belts. Is that a stacker? Yeah, it is a stacker. So we need to stack it in, but not with this emerald, but instead we need to stack it in with a mold. So let's just cut these emerald belts for now. We might need to move this out of the way, but essentially we just need to bring another mold in like this. Then we're cutting 1 to 2 that. Then we need this to be stacking with this like that and like that. Okay, then we've got this mold on top and it's coming out with the mold. Then it can go into white crystal making process. So now you should have a purple bit with a white bit on top of it, right? And with that purple bit and the white bit on top of it, now we can stack it with this thing. So we need another stacking thing over somewhere. Oh man, this is not enough room. Where can I put this that makes the most amount of sense? Probably there. So where this is going into the final stacking, we don't want it to go into the final stacking. Yeah, look, this is now the right shape, right? Yeah, and then it's gonna have the red bit on top of it. Perfect. Okay, now this is the final stacking, but before it can go into final stacking, it needs to go through one last transformation, which we need to pull over here. This is going to be the bottom layer. Then from that bottom layer, we need to stack on this thing now, right? And that's on the right side. Something needs to rotate, either this or this. Which side is this coming out on? On the right. We need this on the left. And currently it's going to be coming out on the right. So we need to rotate this. Won't lie, it's getting a little confusing, but that's fine. I like confusing. If this were easy, I wouldn't be enjoying the game as much, to be honest. And be honest, guys, you wouldn't be enjoying watching me be miserable. If I was just breezing through this game, I think... And come on, guys, let's be real. If I was breezing through this game, you wouldn't have as much fun watching. I know you love yelling at me in the comment section going, "Dude, your design's not gonna work." It's all good. That's why we iterate. We iterate until it does work. All right, great. So I think we need some time for all this crap to flush out and new shapes to come through before we can see if what we've done is even remotely correct. But I believe it will be. Once that shape comes in and it comes out through the crystal maker, we should get the right shape, right? Everything's stuck at the moment. Why is it all stuck? Oh, because it's waiting for this shape to travel. Okay, that's fine. It needs some time to flush out. This is a very long and complex system. All right, let's claim ourselves some operator points. Not that they do anything for us anymore. Then we need to go and deal with this shape. So we've made an attempt at that shape. It's probably nowhere near what we need. So let's see what went wrong. So this bottom half of the shape is correct. What the hell is it producing? Heck. Yeah. So this bottom shape is correct. Then it's going through this process. What? Did I miss an entire step? And then it's getting crystal blued. Oh man, I completely screwed something up in this process. But let's check this one. This is the original process. The original process is still intact, which is what I like to see. Great. So now we need to fix the process to do the same thing but opposite. So which part is wrong? Let's have a look. Okay, I definitely think this rotation has been done in the incorrect spot. So let's get this rotation done right first. Then what do we get? Where's the cutting happening? This is the cutting process, right? So if we get the rotation removed, this is the correct shape that we're meant to be putting through the blue crystal maker. No, we need a cut first, then we put it through the blue crystal maker. Isn't that right? No, that doesn't work. No, that is right. Now the blue crystal maker will crystal make the top half blue and then we can cut. Isn't that right? Yeah. Now it's coming out right, I believe, and then it'll cut, and then we've got this shape. Now we have to rotate it, right? Did I miss a rotator here? No, it's just lagging behind. That's fine. Now we need to rotate at 180. We almost got it right. We weren't as far off as we thought. We just put the rotator in the wrong place. So now that should be flipped onto the left half, right? We just wait for one of the shapes to come through. So that's the left half of it now. Yeah, there we go. That's the left half, and this should be the right half. And then if we just put these two together, then we win, right? I believe so. Let me just move this out of the way. Cool. Then we just need to stack these together with like a swapping or a stacking array. Do I have a 3-array stacker of some sort? This is a 3-array stacker, isn't it? 3, 3. Is this a stacker? Yeah. We can use a swapper for this. I know WAF, I know, but I have a swapper and I don't have 3 stackers, so. Oh man. Let me just cut these a bit. There we go. Now top and bottom doesn't matter. Wait. It can't be a stacker because if I drop it, it's gonna break the top crystal. Damn it, WAF. It has to be a swapper. That's fine. We'll just put in a swapper. It'll make WAF happy. And if WAF's happy, I'm happy. Swapper. Then that's on the left half, that's on the right half, and in theory, they should just swap nicely. Oh, I want to leave a little bit of lead belt in so I know where then they're meant to go in. All right. Then this side goes in here. Why is there 3 things here? I don't think I want to rotate anything, right? I just want them to go in. Is there any other weird rotaties happening? It better not be. Need something like this. Here. And one more. That should get us the final of this shape. Excellent. Alright, let's go back into our other shape and see what the heck is going on. We can delete staging 3 marker. BP factory is fine. We can focus in on this shape. What is happening now? Something is still not quite right. This is almost the shape that we want. We've got a pin pushing process at the end of something. Let's have a look at what's coming out here. So that is now a purple crystal and a thingo crystal, which is great. Then it's going into this thing to get the stacking on, which is coming out with our correct 3-layer shape. Great. Why is that being pin pushed up? Okay, this stuff needs to stop being pin pushed up. Where is it being pin pushed up? Before it gets transferred, before it goes in. Fine. Also, I think then this other one needs to stop being pin pushed up too, right? Great. That fixes another bug. This one I feel like is harder than the last shape. Well, we're not on the last stage of the last shape yet, but that's fine. So we've removed the pin pushing process and they're stacking on the right side. That's fine. What we need to do when it comes out though is pin push here. Now I believe that should be the right transformation. Let me make sure this side is all correct. Yep. Now that it's got the 3 layers, I can just cut it at some point, right? I can half destroy. I gotta get the half destroying back in as well at some point. So now it half destroys and then stacks that final layer on. Yep, and that's disappearing because these are pin pushed up and I've removed the pin pushing process. So once all of that flushes out, it should be very close, very, very close to what we want. Excellent. Let's have a look back at this shape. It should have had enough time to fix itself now. So let's make sure it's all working. So that's one half. That's the other half. Oh no. Wait. That's not right. That's not quite right. I need to change the order of something. Well, first of all, it needs to be rotated before it gets destroyed. Because I'm destroying the wrong half at the moment. I wish you can configure these half destroys to destroy the east half or the west half. That'd be handy. Now it'll destroy the right half. Why is it destroying my crystal? What? Something is going weird. This doesn't destroy my crystal. That's so weird. This is like perfectly fine. It destroys the green crystal and leaves the blue crystal intact. Why is this destroying the blue crystal? And now this one's not destroying the blue crystal. What is going on? What is going on? That's super weird. It's only this one that's something's weird with this shape. There's like some slight variance in the process between these top two, which is working perfectly fine, and this one, which is not working perfectly fine. What have I done? The same shape is coming into all 3. The same top shape is coming into all 3. This shape is the same as this shape. Yeah. Then it's going through blue crystal making. And then it's getting rotated. And then half destroyed. What is the difference between this shape? Oh, what? Yeah, what is the difference between this shape and this shape? There is a difference. The red bit is in the wrong spot. Is the red bit in the wrong spot here or here? The red bit is in the wrong spot here. Why is the red bit on the bottom right? Where's the red bit getting inserted? Yeah, the red bit is different from here to here. What? Has that always been the case? Is that the case over here as well? Am I not getting 3 belts of the same shape here? This is fine. I must have done something weird here. Interesting. Yeah, this one. Something weird happened here. This belt comes out at a different rotation. Ah, I'm using the wrong belt. What the heck? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Ah, I'm using... Right. Interesting. Very interesting. Cool. Yeah. And now maybe the white crystal is, the blue crystal is like touching the green crystal and they're getting destroyed together or something. I have no idea. But yeah, I think that is now the correct shape. I'm seeing some iterations of what looks to be the correct final shape. So we're definitely tracking in the right direction. That shape looks awfully like this shape to me. Yep, good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let's go back to this shape and figure it out. I think this whole episode is just going to be working on these two crystal shapes. This shape is still not quite right. We've still got empty pin layers up the top. Why? Let's have a look at this half of the shape. When it comes out, it's coming out with empty pin layers on top. Is it because this red thing is still flushing? I swear I removed the pin pushing thing from it. These are just coming out as red unpinned shapes. Excellent. What's coming into here? I think it's just taking its sweet time to flush. Now what's coming into here? Yeah, there's still some pin shapes. I just saw it. See, it's like still oscillating a little bit. Okay, that's fine. That'll just take some time to flush itself out. Let's have a look at the other half of the shape. The other half of the shape is looking pretty correct to me now. Is this not a half destroyer? What is this thing? Why is this coming through not half destroying? Oh, this is the pin pushing process, right? Where's my half destroying process? And I think similarly, this purple thing, I've also removed the pin pushing process, but it's still not fully flushed. Okay, I need to half destroy something here. Getting complex, guys. Yep, cool. So with that half destroyed, now I should get some semblance of the correct shape. All right, I'm seeing some iteration of what looks like the correct left half shape. We got yellow crystal, red crystal, then white crystal, and then red emerald on top. Good. So this is the correct half of a shape. Then if we destroy, oh no, we need to rotate before we half destroy, damn it. Great. Now that should give us the correct right side of the shape. Rotate, destroy, rotate, and pin push. Yep, okay. I think we're pretty close to what we need. Excellent. Yep. And I'm seeing this shape start filling now. Excellent. We're on our way, guys. We're on our way. We finally started this episode. Welcome to episode 29. All right. Let's go back to this. This thing is still way too slow, and we do have some extra blueprint points now. So we should definitely make some copies of this. Yeah, so for this, I just need lots of color, right? So let's just try to make a copy of this and then figure out how to plug everything in. I don't want to make it here because it's like super laggy. But yeah, we need to plug in this. Let me just take a screenshot for reference. All right, with my diagram ready, I can take a copy of this. I know it works. So let's take a copy from here to here, I think is good. Then we can put this somewhere where there's like just a lot of color and big color asteroids. Let's go home. Oops, I oriented myself weirdly. Now, from home, we'll go out somewhere where there's just tons and tons of color. Why don't we just use this area, this staging area 3, because we don't need any of the shapes. But we've already got the color set up around here, so why don't we just use what we've already done, leverage some of our existing work. And, well, I hope I didn't delete anything that was feeding into any other staging areas, but we've got all this color set up over here, right? So we just need to get some stuff in. Now I'm just going to do this in the same orientation as I had it before. Let me just do it past where the color starts, like somewhere clean, like here. Great. Now let's see what we need. Oops, that's the wrong way around. Why is it flipped? Okay, so to the top of these two, we just need any 4 diagonal shapes. So I can just take any full shape. Oh, all right, I've changed my mind. I'm going to do it over here next to the squares because I do also need the full shape as well. This should be enough room over here. Right, so now I need to extract some squares. Then to these squares, I need to fold to 2 diagonals. Then I need to bring these 4 belts of shapes into the system, and they basically just plug in like this. Because the final shape is all symmetrical, I don't think it matters what you actually do with this. Like the orientation of the diagonality shouldn't really affect it. But then we need some color mixes. So let's go back to our area. Is this staging 3? Oh, I already deleted all the markers. We'll just call this pin pushing area 2. Copy that. Then we'll just put a new marker down. We'll save that. Now, before I continue with getting this going, I'm a bit concerned that this is still not going. So let's just check on that, make sure it is finally working. I mean, that is looking very close, if not correct, to the final shape that I want. Is it not? Yellow, red, white, yellow. Yellow, red, white, yellow. Red, sorry. Yeah, I think that's correct. Just trying to compare it because it's like facing the wrong way. Yeah. It's got that full white crystal layer in the middle as well. Cool. Excellent. Let's go back to here and let's get the color mixes in. So these are all the color mixing I need for the whole system. So it's a white mixer and a double magenta mixer. So let me take all of that. Let me go over here. Now we can do the color mixing like somewhere else, and then we can feed the color mixing in from the side. I think that's the best bet. So that way we can clean up all the inputs, and I can just have like all the RGBs input together rather than all from like weird sides and stuff. So let me detangle all that input. Then we just have 2 outputs. One is the magenta and one is this white. Is this thing broken, and has it been broken the entire time? So I've just been not feeding enough that shape the entire time in my milestone 9. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Cool. That's excellent to know. It's been feeding in one magenta the whole time. That's why my system's so slow, because it's never worked this entire time. Never checked the throughput somehow. All right, go back over here. Now we need to make white, right? So we need some, well, to make magenta, we need 2 reds, 2 blues. So we've got some blue here. Then we need some reds. We've got red here. I want to make this more copy and pastable a little bit if I can. So we'll just take some time to work on this design. All our shapes are going anyway, so we're in no rush now. So if we want to plug this into a red and a blue, so it's going to be like something like this, or we can do it better. Something like this. That's the blue, and there's the red. Something like that. That's our 4 magenta out. Now, since we're using 2 reds, 2 blues, we should also use 2 greens, right? So where is the green? I have an existing green, don't I? Surely. We use the existing green, I guess. I really wanted the green to come from the top. That's fine. We'll pretend it comes from the top. Get it to travel a little bit. Yeah, say it comes from the top like this. Then all my RGB just comes from the top now. Then this will go into the double green, so like that. Then we just need another blue and another red. So the blue can come in like this. Then the red is coming in there, so it can just come in like this. Okay, now we've got all our inputs, so we can copy this system now, and all our inputs just come from directly above it. Great. And it comes out with this. So now the magenta needs to go into this system. You can get rid of that kink. And the other color is just 4 belts of pure red. So this needs to be a second belt of red, right? Because currently this is using 3 belts of red. 1, 2, 3. So it can't fit another 4 belts of red. So this system needs a dedicated red, a 4 belt red. And does this fit a 4th thing? Oh, wow, amazing. First time an asteroid has fit 4 things. Okay, let's just bring that over. So basically this is my inputs. Like blue, red, green, dedicated red. That's all my color inputs for the whole system. Then my shape inputs is basically 4 diagonal shapes of any sort. And that's all the inputs for my system. Now, it's going to go do that first stage of the process. Then we need it to get to do this second stage of the process, which also involves some messiness. But let me just take it all. Copy that. And the first stage just directly plugs into the second stage, if I'm not mistaken, and doesn't need that much lead. So let's remove that and just make it a little bit closer. And now we've got to get all these inputs working. So one input is this blue, right? Or any color really. So at the moment, it's just using 2 greens, it's using 7 reds, and it's using 3 blues. And I need another 2 blues. Oh, that's annoying. There's no real any easy color to plug in to this side that kind of fits in with everything. So we're just gonna have to use a new color for whatever this is. That's fine. And then at the very end, we need to plug in the white. So maybe the white, since it's being made up the top, can be plugged in from up the top instead of this mess. So we'll get it to come in from here, since it's being made over here, right? Great. So now we've got the color section, and we've got the shape section and the processing section. Now we just need a few more shapes to satisfy this. But this thing doesn't need any specific shape. It just needs any shape that's not empty. So just like 2 more of these, right? Something like that. That's pretty easy to do and pretty easy to replicate. Then once we have that system, we just need to train it back to base. Do I have any more staging left to copy? Something like this. Oh, cool. It just plugs right in. Plug and play. I like that. That's how you should design all your stuff, modularly plug and play. And then anything you make, you just like plug it in and then it's all done. Cool. So that should give me another iteration of that milestone. Excellent. Yeah, I don't think the order of any of this stuff matters. Everything should be all good. Things just require some time to travel, especially this green. But that should get that going a little bit faster. I swear milestone 9 is going already pretty fast. Like, it's not slow, right? It's like producing at pretty peak output. Not like 100% though. Yeah, it's a little bit slower than 100%. I think the red is not enough because it's only feeding like 6 belts of red, but it actually needs 7 belts of red. Miscalculated, my bad. But this is all going, which is excellent. We also need to figure out this final stage of the shape, which is a little bit annoying. So the final stage of the shape from this to this, basically we need to change what's being made here. And if we just look at this in isolation, the only thing that's changed is that the color has become magenta. So we just need to have 2 iterations of this being made and then rotated. Is that right? I just need to make 2 of these and then rotate them together. Yeah, okay. That doesn't seem too hard. We just need to undo all the changes we had to do to make this shape, basically. Yeah, then we have 2 of the left half of the shapes. If we just rotate the left half twice, it should make us a shape. There's no point talking about it. We just gotta wait for it to be done and then, yeah. Well, we've got 28 million blueprint points, so we might as well make some more of this shape while we're waiting. Let's just, before I do that, I want to make sure I've done all this correctly to make sure it works. Before I duplicate this like 17 more times and nothing works. What I can do is set up all the input belts. So what I need is for color input, I need blue, red, green, red. So 4 belts of red, then like 4 belts of red, 3 belts of red, 2 belts of blue, and just 1 belt of green. No, 2 belts of green as well. All right, cool. We can set all that up somewhere. Where to though? This place looks as good as any. So I need 7 belts of red. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I found an asteroid that holds 4. Nice. Cool. Then I need 3 more belts of red. Great. Then I need 2 belts of blue and 2 belts of green. Bring these close together to become friends somewhere. And then I need 2 belts of green. That looks fine to me. That way the colors will have a little bit of time to travel while I set up the new system. Great, that's all my inputs for color. And then I need to get my shapes diagonaled. So I need, well, I can just steal it from here, right? It's basically this thing. Oh, I didn't mark this area. It's fine. We just need that there. We need to bring the shape somewhat close to our color. So we'll get that going. Great. So that should do the first part of the factory. Let's just make sure it's all working first. It's still so slow to come out. This half hasn't even come out yet. White still hasn't even started mixing yet. Green's still traveling. Alright, we'll just give it some time. Alright guys, I can come back and confirm that definitely works when white finally arrives. So I can basically take the entire, we'll take the color system first. We can take both systems actually at the same time. Basically we take from here all the way to here. Yep. Why do I need 4 here? Alright, yep, cool. So we take that whole system and then we go to our new area and we plop it down. And it looks something like this. And the color is going to be coming from the top. So I want to flip it like this, such that the color comes from the top. Yep. Is that right? No. I'm going to flip it this way, such that the color comes from the top like this. Give it a little bit of room. And the shapes come from here. I think that's doubled up enough. I've got like 8 of these factories going now. So that's pretty good. Now to make magenta is red and blue. So some form of red and blue goes here. But where's the red splitting into here? It doesn't matter, does it? If I just connect a red and a blue here in any order, as long as this third one is green, and then this last one is red. This red travels all the way through to feed just these crystal maker. Great. So that's connected correctly. That's connected correctly. We just need to connect the rest correctly. So here we just need any shape. So we can just build ourselves a extractor over here. This is to make the pin layer. Oh, I heard a ding. We're getting there, guys. We are getting there. We're so close. Is anyone excited? I'm pretty excited. Excited to finish this monstrosity thing that I made for myself. I need to like punish past Alan somehow to make him never do these stupid challenge modes ever again. Honestly, the challenge, I was gonna say like it's not hard, but the volume is not just long, right? I mean, technically it is long. You could cheese it just by AFKing from your keyboard for 10 hours to deliver this shape if you wanted to. But the challenge comes in to deliver this shape in a reasonable time frame. You kind of need to learn how to make these Mark IV factories or Tier 4 factories, right? Like 4x factories. So I guess in that way it's kind of challenging, but I mean, that's sort of self-inflicted, so it's up to you whether you actually want to do that or not. You could just slow play it, I guess. There's no harm with that. What? I'm confused why this doesn't plug in properly. There we go. Let's just rail this in any which way. It doesn't really matter. Into the main rail. That is the main rail, right? That is not the main rail. Where is the main rail? That's the main rail. Yep. Okay. So if that one works in theory, this one should also work. Did I miss any connections? I don't think so. Yeah, the system seems alright. Like you can tidy it all up, get all the inputs coming in from like one side, get all the color coming in from this side, and everything will be lovely and dandy. But I think everything's pretty good at the moment. Don't you guys? Yeah. That's right. White is still being made because why? Green is still traveling. Did it stop here? Did it break? Did I not jump something? I did not jump something properly. Damn. I have not, in fact, 4x'd anything. There we go. Now green can slowly travel up, make white, and that should be all good. Alright, let's go deal with this factory now. This is the last thing that we have to do. So technically we only need to change the blue to magenta. That doesn't seem too hard. I say that doesn't seem too hard, but how much blue am I bringing in to do this? Where's my blue? This is the correct factory. So where this blue is coming from is actually 6 belts of blue, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. This is 6 belts of blue, but I need 6 belts of magenta. So I need to build like my color mixer thing and then feed in 3 belts of blue and 3 belts of red instead. something like this. But I need one more iteration of it. And then get it to do something like that. This can just be blue, and I just need 3 reds. I don't have 3 reds anywhere in existence anymore. Okay. Get 3 reds coming from here. And then I probably need another 3 reds, so I might just bring it all together. This is for the top shape later, so I might as well just start traveling now. Bring that red all the way up here. It's going to take a while to travel, but that's fine. And then it needs to go in here. Get it in like that. Then that's our new system to make magenta. Magenta will replace the blue and then make the magenta top shape, and that should be exactly the same. Now we need to undo all the shenanigans we did to this shape, right? So for example, where this was getting rotated, we need to unrotate it. And then where this red was getting rotated, so the red doesn't get rotated, right? Is that how it works? Yeah. Where this red was getting rotated, we need to get rid of that rotation, get it back into its proper position. Then where it was getting rotated, then half destroyed, it needs to stop doing that. So it's going over here, then it gets rotated and half destroyed. We don't want to rotate and half destroy, we just want to half destroy. So now these two what I want to do is get this top factory and the bottom factory producing exactly the same thing. So let's get magenta up there as well. So where is this getting its 6 belts of blue from? All right, it's getting it from there. So I just rotate this and let's put it here. That should intercept the blue. And the magenta can then come back out from here and go back into this blue here. Red also needs to come up and make that magenta with us. So let's bring a red up. And that's it, guys. That is the final factory. Well, I'm sure I've done it wrong, but this is basically the final factory, right? This is the last thing that we need to build in this game, and then we just need to, well, hopefully it's running at a decent pace and we don't have to wait too long, but there's not really much to do. I'm not going to make another one of these factories. I can't be bothered. So once we finish that, we confirm that's working, we'll just let the game run and finish itself off. I think everything's running at a decent pace. Let's check milestone 9.2 is now finally working. Yeah, white is finally traveling. Let's check its friend that I just made, and hopefully that one's working even faster. Look at that, it's already producing the shape. Yeah, it's loading it up. Did the train already go with a cargo full of that shape? Not yet, but we'll make sure the train goes to the right spot. I believe it will be. That'll greatly speed up this process. We're just going to make sure this is done. This is almost about to finish itself. And we should be done within the next half hour. How long did that take, guys? Oh, I wish I finished it under 40 hours. But I didn't. Well, actually, look, technically I didn't use up these 22 million blueprint points. So if I didn't wait 2 hours, technically I finished it in around 40 hours. That's fine. Right? If we had those 2 hours back and spent those 2 hours making these actual shapes, then yes, maybe. I don't know. That was a terrible justification. I'm just slow and terrible. Don't worry about me. Yeah, 40 plus hours. This is the torture that I've created for myself. Excellent. I love it. This red is going to take 30 years to travel up, so it's not even remotely close to where it needs to be. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it to run for a bit to make sure everything's working, and then we'll be back to check. I heard a ding, so I am back. Let's have a look at this shape. It is done. Yay, look at that. Our final shape crystal breaker. We have finished this shape now, so we can get rid of staging 2 altogether. What is, wait, not staging 2, almost deleted the thing that I want. Okay, let's get rid of staging 1 altogether. There's nothing in staging 1 that is being used no, it's a little bit convoluted to delete staging 1. Let's work backwards from the train station. So that's the train station for staging 1. That is not a cardinal rail, so let's get rid of this. Great. Then let's work backwards. We don't need any of this stuff. Don't need any of this stuff. Don't need any of this. Now staging 1 can go. Wow, this is such a tangled mess. I can't even tell what I'm deleting is correct. I don't want to affect anything from staging 2. Let's trace these rails back. Clean up my map. You know, after you've done a big project, you got to clean up after yourself. Get rid of these. You can delete the marker for staging 1. This is useless. This is useless. This is all useless. Therefore, this is useless. And these lead nowhere. That leads nowhere. You can get rid of that. You can get rid of that. Where is this? This is the cardinal rail. We'll leave that. Where does these things lead? These all lead into staging 2. Alright, that's good. Now we don't want to break staging 2. Staging 2 is important. Still trying to make our shape. Now we've got magenta coming in slowly, so we're almost there with staging 2. While we're at it, let's just check these other milestone areas are correctly producing it. Yes, that is now correctly producing more of the right shape, I believe. Yep. And I think the other side was already producing the right shape. So this is going at quadruple speed that I had before. So hopefully it won't take too long to do the other half of this. Just checking this other area is also producing that correct shape, which it looks like it is. Great. Alright, just gotta wait to test whether staging 2 is now producing the right shape, and once we confirm that it is producing the right shape, we can relax and just wait for it to do its thing. I think it's finally about to make one of the shape. If we cut this, is that right? That's not right. The red's in the wrong place here. Okay, is that the top or the bottom one? I want to check the bottom one. Is this correct? That's correct. The red on here is in the wrong spot. Why? They're doing exactly the same thing. The red is in the right spot here. The red is in the right spot here. Then it's going through and it's making the green part, which is correct. Then that's stacking on, which is making that in the correct spot. Then it's going through and making the crystal. Yes. Then it's getting cut. What? Why is my red in the wrong spot again? Is it just lag? The red is in the right spot here. Oh, is it just lag? It's just lag, right? It's just that's just the old shape flushing out. Yeah, it is in the right spot. Okay, I'm assuming that's correct. So with that, assuming this is correct and we have this half destroyed, we just need to rotate it, which will get me to this side. Yeah, look, it's right. And then that just stacks on, and that should just be done. Yay, I think we're good. Unless they've done some weird trick, but I don't think they have. I don't think they're that cool that they've added some weird final trick into the shape. Yes, with the red in the right spot now, when it goes through here, it should come out. This is still the old shape. This is where it starts oscillating to the correct shape. Yeah, we're just waiting. All good. With this, guys, I believe that is the correct final shape that we needed to do. That looks awfully like this shape. Yep, I think that is it. Let's confirm it's correct. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. I think that is the correct final shape. I know it's not producing at like maximum efficiency, but that is fine. It is good enough for me. I think I'm just going to let this game run now. We'll see how long it takes to finish the game. We're at 40 hours and 20 minutes. We'll check back in, I don't know, probably half an hour or something like that. And hopefully both of these will be finished and we can close out our 1000% Hard Factory series. Excellent. All right, I'll be right back. And we're back and we are done. We have finished milestone 9 and unlocked our final qualification. We have also finished off our final task. So let's claim our very last reward. And that is the end of the 1000% difficulty Hard Factory series. Well, it's been quite a journey. This difficulty for 1000%, super regret doing it, but I mean, it was okay. It taught us a lot of things like how to scale up our factories to produce 4 times as much output. I did enjoy these last 2 crystal tasks. They were kind of a little bit hard and we had to think a bit on how to do that. This one was particularly tricky. It took a much bigger factory than I thought I needed. And this one had a really interesting process. So yeah, but the other stuff in hard isn't really that hard, to be honest. The shapes are just slightly more complicated, but the technique for making the shapes isn't particularly difficult. Once we sort of figured out this like 4-4 rearranger, we pretty much use that to make most of the non-crystal shapes, and it came in very handy. But other than that, it's been pretty fun, and now it's time to end the series. But don't you guys worry, we will be doing hex mode next, so there'll be plenty of episodes to come. You'll get to see me bang my head against the wall as I try to figure out all the stuff in hex mode. I haven't played hex mode, and I've tried to avoid all the spoilers so I can give you guys my genuine first time reaction to try to figure out how to do everything and learn it all from scratch. So if you don't want to miss out on that, don't forget to like and sub. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next series. Have a good one.